Did you know that 42% of couples will admit that they have problems connecting sexually? Yes, that's true. Tonight on Wife Life with Gail, I'm going to explore 9 of those disconnects that can happen within your sex life.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up? What you want, body?
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am Gail Crowder, known around the world as the One Sexy Wife. So do me a favor and make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button, letting all my One Sexy Wife know that Wife Life with Gail goes down here every single Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. So we're going to talk about what to do when you can't connect sexually with your spouse. What should you do? And let me just talk about the disconnects that can happen when it comes to your sex life. And I'm going to also tell you how to fix them because everything we're going to talk about tonight is 100% fixable. As a sexologist, I have dealt with all of these different scenarios I'm going to talk to you about, but most of the time people hide them, they sweep them under the rug, or they just don't address them. And it can cause a wedge between you and your spouse, okay? So the first thing is different sex drives. Having different sex drives is kind of normal in our day and time because you might have a spouse that's working a different shift, or if you guys are working the same shift, one of you guys might be working more hours. One of you guys might be a night owl like my husband is, and I am a morning warrior. And so sometimes that you find it very, very hard to connect sexually. And so, how do you fix that? You come to the meeting of a mind when it comes to different sex drives, right? Sometimes you have to say, you know what, I'm going to stay up later, or he's going to get up earlier, right? And sometimes high and low sex drives can be determined by so many different things. It could be stress, it could be hurt feelings, it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be so many different things when it comes to different sex drives, right? And so when it comes to this, you need to have a conversation and figure out when is the best time for us to engage in sex if you have, time differences, right? Morning owls, late night owls, right? Or if there is something going on physical. It could be a hormone imbalance on his part, could be a hormone imbalance on her part. However that is, you need to address that because sex drives can literally drive a wedge between a couple when they're really trying to get this together because sex is an important part of a marriage. Intimacy is an important part of a marriage. So that's number one, different sex drives. Number two, is that you like to try different positions and the spouse does not, right? And a lot of times we get where we do one position because it works, it feels good at first, and it could become boring to one partner, and the other one is like, well, it's not broke, why fix it? I say be open to explore because as we age and our body changes and sometimes the juices don't get flowing for women as much, especially if they're in a menopause state, right? Sometimes switching up a sex position can really help her really achieve orgasm quicker. It can help him if he's having problem with erectile dysfunction. Sex positions can just add some spice and some life into something that has become kind of routine and boring, and sex can happen when it comes to that. Okay, so make sure that you try and explore some different sex positions. And for you women that are out there that are looking for different sex positions, try my Keep Your Leg Open book. It is a book for women to really understand how to get sexually satisfied in the bedroom. The other thing is one person needs more time and the other person needs less time. And that happens a whole lot when it comes to women and men. And I use this analogy all the time. Men are like microwaves, boom. And women are like ovens. We go doop, 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 doop to get to the temperature where we both can orgasm, okay? And sometimes, men are like, come on, come on, come on. I need to do this. I need to do this. It's feeling good. And we're like, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying, I'm trying. Well, the thing that needs to happen is a lot of foreplay for the microwaves, and we need us ovens need a lot of foreplay to get to where you are so we can have that moment together. So just learn to slow your husband down. Learn to tell him, I need this, I need that. Talk to him, guide him in order for you guys to be able to achieve orgasm together. Because that is the goal, for you guys to do it together, to enjoy it together. It's nothing wrong with quickies here and there, but you want to make sure that you're both achieving orgasm together. Okay? I already talked about sometimes you like sex at night if you're a night owl, and he likes it in the morning, or vice versa. You need to come to the meeting of a mind when it comes to what type time of day that is going to be feasible for both of you guys. And it's just by having a conversation. Like I told you, my husband is definitely a night owl. I am definitely a morning person. So what we have decided is I stay up a little, later on some days in order to engage, and then some mornings I wake him up in order to engage, and it just has become a give and take thing, right? Not every single night I'm staying up late, and not every single morning am I waking him up. But it's just became a give and take thing, and it's worked for us over the years, right? The mismatch height and weight. A lot of times couples struggle with this. He might be a little overweight and you're tiny, or vice versa. That's why different sex positions will really aid you in this area. Because if he's heavier, you can get on top, vice versa. You can stand up. There's so many different ways that you can enjoy and engage in sex. If there's a height difference, weight difference, all of those different kind of things, to make sure that you guys both are enjoying it and you both are being able to be engaged equally. Okay, so don't let that deter you. Don't that make you feel bad because you might be a little heavier than you want to be, or whatever. Make sure that you compensate for one another. Okay. You only engage when the other one wants oral sex. If they can't get oral sex, then they don't want to engage. When it comes to oral sex, it has to be a mutual give and take, right? And some couples have decided no oral sex at all. Some couples have decided that the woman only gives him oral sex and he doesn't choose to give her oral. But it has to be a conversation, and it has to be something that both you guys determine together, because it's not fair for one person to get all the pleasure and the other one not, and vice versa. So have that conversation. If you are uncomfortable, you need to understand why you don't want to give oral pleasure, and figure out a way that you can assist your partner in that area and them not feel deprived, right? And it could be that they afraid because what people will think, or not what even what people will think, but what your spouse would think in his head, or vice versa. But that's your spouse. You guys are one. Your marital bed is undefiled. Your marital bed should not be discussed outside of the bedroom, except between you two. So be open to oral sex, because sometimes penetration can't happen on one side or the other, and therefore that is the only way that you can give and receive pleasure. So be open to that. And that's the reason why at my conference we have a class called The Show, because so many men enjoy oral sex, and so many women have this mind block of why they can't do it. So I just open their minds up and let them know it's not something dirty. That's not something only nasty girls do, or anything like that. So just be kind of open to that as well, right? You prefer different places. Some people love, love, love what I call scenery sex. Some people love scenery sex, and it's okay. So if you like to be in the nature and your spouse doesn't, try different places inside of your home, in the bathroom, in the bathtub, on the washer and dryer, whatever pleases you, try that, so at least you can get what you want, and that other person is not feeling embarrassed or feeling like, oh my god, who might walk up on us, in the park or wherever, right? But it's okay to spice things up. It's okay to live on the edge a little bit, right? It kind of gives you a little spice when you think, oh my god, we're getting ready to do X, or we're getting ready to do it here. That kind of thing is kind of fun, right? The other thing is, you don't know if he would be or she would be open to trying a little bit more kinky and naughtier things, like handcuffs and toys and all of these different kind of things. So I want to pause right here and really talk to you. A lot of people have a hang up on toys. A lot of people think, oh my God, they are not good. It's going to replace, either him or her, or the Bible says that's horrible. All of these different kind of things. Sex toys are amazing way to introduce foreplay into your marital bed. Sex toys have a place, especially when you're dealing with a spouse that has erectile dysfunction. Sex toys are amazing to be able to get her as that oven to a quicker spot where he doesn't have to work so hard with the foreplay thing. But again, it has to be talked about outside of the bedroom. Just don't go buy a sex toy and go whip it out and say we're going to do it. And I have been an educator for multiple sex toy lines that are very prominent, that if I said their names you would know. And my job was to teach the women and the consultants how to tell their clients to introduce a sex toy, because you never want your spouse to ever feel like they're inadequate and you're replacing them with a device. He is irreplaceable. She is irreplaceable, because God created us to enjoy pleasure and to give and to receive pleasure. These are just aids. I want to repeat this. These are just aids to enhance what already is going on in the bedroom and to spice things up. And if somebody's having a little difficulty, it just helps them, push them, get them to another level. Okay? So sex toys are not bad, especially if you know how to use them, the purpose that you bought them for, and you have an adult conversation outside of the bedroom. Okay? It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with playing, board games that are sex board games, pulling stuff out of a jar, saying, let's try this, let's do it. It adds some spice, it adds some variety, especially if you have been with your partner for a long period of time. It literally can spice things up and give you something that brings you joy, just besides saying, oh, this is the same old thing. We're doing the same old thing. Oh, I'm just bored, that kind of thing. And some marriages have gotten there, and that's why they come to me, right? Because they're like, Gail, I don't even feel like doing it because it's the same old, same old. I'm not getting anything out of it. And I just ready to throw up my hands and say, forget the sex part of my marriage. That's not the will of God for your life or your marriage, because sex is good. He created it and it's good. It's good for the body. It lowers blood pressure. You can lose weight. It increases circulation to all the vessels in your body. It reduces headaches. It reduces stress. Like, I can go on and on and on about the benefits of sex. So if you're facing any of these things that is keeping you from being compatible with your spouse in the bedroom, do me a favor. Click the link below and schedule a free consultation with me. It's no obligation. I just want to make sure that you're winning at this thing called Wife Life. Again, I appreciate you so much for joining me tonight at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will be back next Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I love you to pieces. Be safe.
I don't want you give it up. What you invited, we're gonna start it as we're one.